Welcome into Coach and Company, presented by Afterburn, in theaters September 19th.
Oh, and this is how we get down. What's good, everybody? Welcome. I like to call this day one. Why? Because this is the first day truly of the NFL season. It's our look aheads. It's Coach and Company. We're live every single weekday and now on Sundays starting this week, 6 days a week at 10 a.m. Eastern time. Now, what do you get over the course of the next 60 minutes for all of you out there? Might be new, just trying out the brands. Two different brands, by the way. Well, you get 60 minutes of laughter, of learning, educate, entertain. We're looking ahead. We got 6 teams left to preview. And also, every single Tuesday moving forward, we will break down 3 to 5 of the biggest games of the week to see which numbers we can beat, which is what we're always trying to do. Now, how did we do yesterday? I know the Big Tommy C laid it out last night on the Monday Night Grind. TCU minus 3.5, and they blew out Chapel Bill, and we'll get to him in a second. But how did we do yesterday on the show? That's all I'm trying to figure out right now. And probably freezing. Am I freezing there, producer man, on the recap screen? If so, let's move it on down the road. Now, if you guys, there you go. All right. I definitely wanted to show that. 4 and 3. So our motto here at the brand is simply win more than we lose. And yesterday we did that. DG coming through strong, as last night the Tar Heels did not. Now, we have a busy days always here at the brand. But in addition to our morning show, on Tuesdays, do not forget, we have our very own radio show, Sirius XM, 2 to 4 Eastern time. It is Off the Roast, but also on our Coach and Company YouTube page, 2 p.m. Eastern time. At the same time, it is Weekday Wagers, DG, Marky Model, Robbie Hockey. And then, of course, if you missed the Coach and Bro show yesterday, it was a great show. You can catch it on demand at our BTT YouTube page. And don't forget our brand new Monday night show, the Monday Night Grind. Me, Big Tommy, Raphael, Mikey P holding it down. You can catch that on demand. It will be live every single, free to everybody every Monday night at 7 Eastern time. Now, there's going to be a ton of other primetime content this year. And the only way you can be a part of it is becoming a premium member. Scan that QR code and join today. You see everybody in the chat, if you're watching on YouTube, has a star next to their name. That tells you that they are a premium member. And last housekeeping item. You guys asked for it. You got it. It is live today. Chapel Bill has arrived. There's a QR code. Be one of the very first to get your Chapel Bill merchandise. Now, every single week or two, depending on the way the wind blows, we'll be coming out with a new featured item. It could be anything, literally, like the Chapel Bill merchandise. But my guys will be coming up with ideas, and we'll be throwing them out a week or two, but become a part of what we are doing and spread the love of the brand. There's even a little BTT logo on each shirt and sweatshirt. That's how detailed that we have got. So are you going to be the first? Are you going to be the first? Let's sell one before we get to the end of the show, or 5 or 10. There it is right there. All right. Now, housekeeping is done, and I know my guys are getting very, very restless because what did I tell you? They're ready to come in. It's time to beat the books. Oh, and looky today. My goodness, boys, day one. Or as The Rock used to say, one day. So I got to start with my man, bottom left. He's like our MVP today. Not only are we talking the Bears and the Packers, not only was he part of Monday Night Grind, but he came up with the very first merch item at the brand, live from Sure Dog USA. Mikey P, how good are you feeling this morning, sir?
Well, I'm feeling better than Bill Belichick. I think I might need to go to a chapel after all the Tar Heel plays I had yesterday. But we move forward. It is day one in our NFL season, and I'm looking forward to today's show.
Oh, man, look very, very subdued a little bit today. I like it. Fire it up. I can tell he's bringing himself down because of his Bears fandom. We'll get to that in a second. Next, he's on a 4-day hiatus from soccer. There are some games, but none that we're looking at, but he is live from the dirty. Big Chuck, good morning.
Morning, Coachman Company. Yeah, shout out to DG. He got that little three-way sweep, so special shout out. But yeah, a couple more days. We got a little international soccer coming up. It'll actually get us going before the nightcap for the NFL, so it'll be a little double dip for us. But excited to get it going.
On Thursday, we got a double dip.
Double dipper.
Damn, I love the double dippers. Now, this man, I'm actually shocked. I am shocked that he is on the show this morning. I would have thought he would been out on the main streets of Fort Worth, Texas. He'd be just celebrating a huge win on the road. He is live, the youngest member of our crew and a student at TCU International. My main man, King Lettuce. Good morning, young Peyton.
Morning, guys. 41 unanswered points last night in Chapel Bill. By the way, Chapel Bill costed you millions. So what a gut punch for the North Carolina football program getting steamrolled in game one. But 48-14, 34-point differential. Not quite the 49-year difference between Belichick and his 24-year-old girlfriend, but we'll take it. I mean, great start to the year for the Frogs, so let's go.
And by the way, did it drive anybody else nuts that she was on the field last night pregame talking to him and running around like she was controlling stuff? It drove me insane. Anybody else?
She does control stuff there.
I know she does, Soupy. That's what drives me insane.
Exactly.
But having her walk around like she has anything to do with the college program when she's barely out of college herself, God bless you, Bill. I don't know how you put up with it. Now, this man, I know he's a little offended because he wanted his idea to be the first merch item here at the show. He's our numbers guy for a reason. Say good morning to Rafael Esparza. Good morning, Rafael. What was your idea, by the way?
I Bet Wrestling, great t-shirt. I'm like, why not? Everyone should have a wrestling t-shirt on, so that one's going to be maybe second shirt on the list, but hats off to Mikey P with the Chapel Bill. Great idea, great logo, hats off.
Okay, hats off. I like the I Bet Wrestling idea. All right, maybe our next featured item. This man loves wrestling. He loves fantasy. He loves everything that we're about. He's got the best damn beard in the game. Soupy, what's good?
What's going on, everybody? It is a great day. We just got through 5 days of college. Well, we'll say 4. Yesterday doesn't really count, but now first full weekend of college and pro football. It's awesome.
You're damn right. So we got a lot to get to, so we got to move it along the road. So where we're going to start today, we're going to start with our man Mikey P. Best bets, Mikey, go.
Need a bounce back day for myself. I am going to Boston, and on the mound, Garrett Crochet, the ace, who is second in the Major League Baseball in strikeouts, but I'm taking him on pitching outs at 18.5 pitching outs against the Cleveland Guardians, at a plus 100. He has hit at least 7 innings pitched in 3 of his last 5 starts. Do the math. All he needs is 6 1/3 innings. Then the New York Mets first 5, minus 115 against the Detroit Tigers. Noah McLean on the mound. This kid is on fire to start his major league career, and I believe he will lead the Mets through the first 5 against the Tigers.
They have been absolutely on fire. The Mets, yesterday we cashed the over. I think, Chuck, that was your play, wasn't it?
That's correct. I think we got there in the 3rd or 4th inning. No sweater there.
Oh, it was no sweat. It was like third. I was like, Chuck does it again. And speaking of Big Chuck, we're going to come right over to you. What do we got today? Best bets, go.
We'll stick with the MLB. Marlins Nationals. We have 2 starting pitchers with a 5.59 ERA and a 5.11. Plus, the Marlins games went over the total in 5 of their last 7. I got another little doubler. I'm going to go with the first 5 over 5 innings. First 5 over 5, and I see at least 6 or more in this one. And then the over 8.5 full game. I think we see 9 at minimum in DC tonight.
Nothing better than a double in the same game, Big Chuck. That was a lot of 5s. I got confused too. There was a lot of 5s. A lot of 5s.
Practice, it didn't sound like that. So, yeah.
You're like, it didn't sound like that in my head. It's all good. All right. Mikey P's gone. Big Chuck is gone. Let's come over to our main man. You can tell from what's behind him, he is a school. He loves to school you too. See, it didn't sound like that in my head either, Chuck. Young Peyton, you're up. Best bets, go.
Going the Dodgers to cover today. Kershaw on the mound, who's just been sensational on the road this year. Just a 2.68 ERA. Just 4 Pirates have seen Kershaw, but all we really need to know is this, guys. Paul Skeens is not pitching for the Pirates today. And the Pirates have lost their last 7 home games against NL West opponents that hold a winning record. Last time I checked, the Dodgers have a winning record. I got them covering the run line tonight. Also, we're going with the Red Sox. Speaking of run lines, another one in 1.5, minus 117. Red Sox to cover at home against the Guardians. Scary Gary Crochet on the mound, trying to win himself a Cy Young Award. Last time he allowed more than 2 runs at home was back on June 30th. It's September 2nd. Cleveland hitters just 2 for 20 against him. I love the Red Sox to cover tonight.
Fun facts from young Peyton today. His preparation next freaking level. Now let's go right next door. My man Raphael, what do you got today?
We got a little synergy with the TCU soon-to-be grad. We're going to take the Dodgers team total over 4.5 at minus 120. Dodgers averaging 4.6 runs per game. Last year, they averaged 5 runs per game on the road. I think they have a field day today with Kershaw on the mound. Kershaw's last 5 starts, the Dodgers are giving him 5.6 runs per game. I just think it's an easy over game, and I think the Dodgers have no problem winning. Then we go to WNBA. I don't want the full game. I want the Mercury first half minus 3. This number now is 7.5. This one was 6.5 about 10 minutes ago. So take the first half at minus 3. 2 days ago, Indiana lost by double digits to Golden State. This one's going to be an easy W for the Mercury.
Good thing I've got you and Marky Model here in a second, because if it wasn't for you two, baseball, WNBA, they gone, but they're still here thanks to you guys. All right, Big Soupy, you have a big day coming up in about 45 minutes. You, Peyton, Mikey, you've got your fantasy look-aheads, but I need best bets right now from you. What do you got?
Me, Peyton, and Mikey got a little bit of synergy going because I'm backing Garrett Crochet. I got him at 9 strikeouts today against the Guardians because he's got a 34% strikeout rate against Cleveland. And Cleveland, well, they're 25th in strikeout rate since August 2nd. And now I'm going to go to Houston, Yankees, Astros, both teams to score 3+ runs. Framber Valdez and Max Fried, they were looking like Cy Young candidates early on, but they've both struggled. Fried, 5.33 ERA in his last 10 starts, and Valdez, 5.64 in his last 5. I think both struggle. I like both offenses today.
All right, so here's the beauty of our, I'll get to that in a second because the time is running short. But I've got an issue with that 9+ strikeouts, but I think I have a solution. All right, what the hell? What are you doing? Where's
Coach,
this T-shirt? Where's the sweatshirt? What are you have a meeting today, or what the hell's going on?
Coach, I'm going to work. Dress for the role that you want, and I'm coming to the top.
Then let's freaking go. The JTS play of the day is what?
We're going back-to-back with today's play of the day because we won last night, and we're riding Indiana Fever forward. Aaliyah Boston to get at least 7 rebounds tonight. She's done this in 9 of her last 10 road games, and she's been dominant against Phoenix specifically, averaging nearly 11 rebounds in the 2 meetings this season. We're going to pair that with Baltimore Orioles' Jeremiah Jackson to get at least 1 hit tonight. He has been automatic, done this in 12 straight games, averaging close to 2 hits per game over that stretch. And he's also cashed this in 9 of his last 10 road starts. Put them both together, you get a plus 116 just as that sports play of the day.
You're damn right you do, and there is the QR code. Now, Mark and his team, they are improving the site every single day. Get in on the ground floor. It's just a baby right now. First month, $1. Use that code NFL100. They're going to make it very clear on run lines, on spreads, on totals, all of it. Also, they have experts, cappers, that make plays within the games. So we're also going to start to feature the site here on the show. So be a part of what we're doing. And join right now, 30 days for $1. All right, so to come here on the show, we're talking Packers and Bears as our NFL preview continues, and also our day 1 of our look-aheads to try to beat the numbers. The 4 biggest games, we tackle them today. It's Coach and Company. What a vibe! Presented by Afterburn, right here live on Stadium Valley Sports Live. Oh, yeah, it's time to go around the diamond with our man, Marky Model. And I know the model as JTS has been destroying it in baseball. So we need to have a really good finish to the season now that we're in September. So let's start with your bets today. Where are we going?
We're going to start with the San Francisco Giants on the run line at minus 135. The Giants are on the road in Colorado tonight, and this matchup tilts heavily in their favor. Logan Webb getting the mound, and his ability to generate ground ball plays very well into a hitter-friendly altitude at Coors Field. Across from him will be Kyle Freeland, who has been rocked all season with inflated ERA and WHIP numbers. I won't bore you with those. San Francisco's lineup has been producing consistently, and against lefties like Freeland, they've had success putting runs on the board early and often. I love this spot for the Giants here. And then we're going to go to Tampa Bay, where we're going to back Seattle Randy Arozarena to get over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs at minus 115. He stays locked in tonight's matchup against Tampa Bay, and the numbers back the over on this prop. He's cashed this in 4 of his last 5 games with outings of 3, 3, 4, and 2, just to show how steady his production has been. Even more telling is his history against the Rays. He's cleared this in an 86% clip. One of his best opponent matchups, whether it's driving in runs, crossing the plate himself, or stringing together multi-hit nights, he has been delivering in every way. Give me that at minus 115.
I actually really like that play. I love the Giants play. Last night, I was an idiot. I played the over 11.5 instead of just playing the Giants, laying the 40 cents. And they won last night easily 8-2. All right, 15, 20 seconds. Now that we're into September and a lot of focus is on football, does that affect you with baseball at the side at all?
Not at all. We are operating on all cylinders. Everything is firing away, and it's just trying to make sure everything's going in the right direction.
I know it's a lot of work. I mean, you're building what's going to be in the next 5 to 10 years, the preeminent site in all of sports data, sports betting, and all that kind of stuff. But it's one day at a time. It's one foot in front of the other. That's all we're trying to do. All right, Mark, thank you very much. And, of course, you can be a part of what we're doing over at JTS every single day. We are back live on Stadium. There's a QR code. There's a code for $1. We're back. 3 seconds. Let's go. All right, Tuesdays are going to be all things NFL every single week, including as we shift our preview to our second segment, or in the business, as we like to call the Bees. But before we get to the Packers and the Bears, I need to see my man, Raphael. Raphael, part of your job, and it's a big one here at the brand, is to always keep us on our toes when it comes to line movement, different little nuggets that we need to know that could help us with our handicapping or just our fandom in general. What do you have on this today?
Looking at a couple future plays since we're dissecting the Bears and Lions. Bears to finish last in the division, plus 120 right now. This one opened up at plus 150. I think they think this Bears team has a lot of question marks, and let's face it, is Caleb Williams the quarterback for the new head coach? Everyone's telling me no. So be very interesting to see what happens there. And then Lions division wins. Everyone thinks it's going under 3.5. 3.5 under minus 125, opened up at minus 110. So I think the Lions are going to take a step backwards. Maybe that means the Packers or even the Vikings have a better season than them too.
Wow, maybe so. We featured the Lions and the Vikings on Monday. Today we do the Packers and the Bears. So very timely, as always, from my man, Raphael. We'll see you here in about 15 minutes from right now. But in the meantime, it's time to tackle the Packers and the Bears. Lions. Oh, my. Let's bet the futures. All right, simply because he bullied his way onto the show today, I'm going to start with our man, Mikey P. He is not shy about his fandom when it comes to his beloved Chicago Bears. So that's where we're starting. Year 2 for Caleb Williams. And what can they do with him not being a rookie, not being the quarterback that's always looking and moving around like this, but steady? So Mikey P, overall, taking your fandom out of it, what do you see from the Bears this year?
I've got questions. I mean, we are just days away from the regular season opener, and I don't know who the left tackle is. It's supposed to be Braxton Jones, but they drafted Ozzie Trapillo in the second round, and then they moved him to right tackle during the preseason. That doesn't show a lot of confidence in your drafting. Their running back game. Everyone wanted an Ashton Genty or someone big to sign in free agency. DeAndre Swift is the guy there. Everything's going to come down, however, to Caleb Williams and Ben Johnson. Everyone can say what they want about Caleb Williams, but he threw for 21 touchdowns and 6 interceptions. That's it. In a season where they lost 10 games. So when you boil it down, Caleb Williams wasn't the reason they lost. Coaching malpractice, a bad defense, no run game, and a horrible offensive line. They've got to figure this out quickly. And I'm optimistic, but I have a lot of questions.
That 8.5 number, guys, is always a number that when the books give it to a team, they're basically saying you're average. Because good teams are 10.5 or 11. So, young Peyton, it is juiced to the under, which is even more telling what the books think about the Chicago Bears.
Yeah, well, the Bears did a lot this offseason to get better, too. I mean, starting with their new head coach, Ben Johnson, who did such a great job as offensive coordinator in Detroit. They also did a great job improving their offensive line, which is huge for the development of Caleb Williams. They brought in guard Joe Thuney from the Chiefs, another guard, Jonah Jackson from the Rams. They gave center Drew Dalman a 3-year, $42 million deal. So hopefully Caleb Williams has more time this year to find his weapons like DJ Moore, Romeo Dunze, Cole Kmet. They also brought in Olamide Zaccheaus, a guy who made some big plays for the Commanders last season. There's just so many things to be excited about. If you're a Bears fan, Mikey P, when it comes to the Bears offensively this year, I don't know if I like 9 games. I like them winning 8 for sure.
Well, I like that take. That's for damn sure. Giving me 5 or 6 different nuggets in one take. I like it. So, Soupy, let me come over to you. I'm learning a lot about the Chicago Bears that I did not know. But 8.5 is the number. There's a lot of different ways to bet on a team. Your thoughts?
For me, it all comes down to, can DeAndre Swift be that feature back? I'm hoping that the reuniting of him and Ben Johnson can bring sort of that thing that he had in Detroit. Even though Detroit didn't want him, but he was still good enough there. If they can establish the run game, take some sort of pressure off Caleb Williams, because, yeah, they did a good job in improving that offensive line, but is it good enough for a only second-year quarterback? I think that is going to be the important thing. They need to average about 3.5, close to 4 yards per carry. If they do, that opens it up for Williams, and I think this offense is better.
All right, the question is this. We piggyback Mikey, Peyton, then Soupy. Are they a playoff team? It's juice big time to the no.
I'm sorry, but I'm going to say yes because I have them at 10 wins this year. And for me, it's looking at all the impact players that they brought in. Not that the 2 guys we didn't mention, tight end Colston Loveland, who they got in the first round, Luther Burden, who they got in the second round, and Ben Johnson's thought process in going into all of this. For everyone screaming the unders, I will remind you, a 10-game losing streak under Matt Eberflus still got them 5 wins last year. So if you're saying 5-12 again this year, that means you think Ben Johnson does not improve this team whatsoever. The moves they made to the roster, the moves they made to the coaching staff, they will get better. They will be a wild card team. I like them over a team like the Seahawks or anyone in the NFC East like the Dallas Cowboys. The Bears will make the playoffs.
I think they just missed the playoffs. They go 8-9.
Yeah, I also think they just missed the playoffs. This division's just too good.
Young Peyton, did Mikey take your time right there? I think he took
you know, I mean, thank God it was the Bears.
He can have it. It's the Bears. He can have it.
That's right. He can have all the time. All right, let's flip it over now to the Packers, and they have been the team that has been all the front page news since trading for Micah Parsons and overpaying him like crazy. It's like all of these stories are starting to come out, Mikey. He's going to have to take a back injection just to be able to play on Sunday against the Lions. That's a problem. A problem you're going to pay $42 million a year or more, whatever that 188 divided by 4 is. So, Mikey, the Packers, they have made the playoffs 5 out of 6 years under LaFleur. Most people don't know that. They've got their quarterback with the bag. They have their defensive guy with the bag. What are the Packers doing this year?
Yeah, well, $47 million per year. You better hope Micah Parsons is on the field week 1. And that's just that. When you look at the Packers, I think this comes down to Micah Parsons is not the most important player on this Packers team. It is Jordan Love. I like them at 10 wins as well, just like I had for the Bears. I'm questioning Jordan Love's ability to stay healthy. Same thing with Micah Parsons. And against the run, Micah Parsons is almost non-existent as a run defender. And December, January, when it's cold, teams start running the ball. They're going to run right at Micah Parsons. These guys need to be healthy. They need to be consistent.
What about you, young Peyton? What do you think about the Packers this year?
Well, Bears and Packers 10 wins. I mean, Mikey P knows that when two teams play, one team has to lose, right? Well, we all know that Micah Parsons and that Jerry Jones lost Luka and Micah in the same year. But with a healthy Jordan Love, I really like the Packers offensively. They'll probably go into the season as a rushing offense again, like last year, which was the first offense Matt LaFleur had in his career that ran more than they passed. And it makes sense because you got Josh Jacobs, but again, with a healthy Jordan Love surrounded by some really good receivers. Don't forget they drafted Matthew Golden from Texas in the first round, who's going to be great. The Packers are going to have a really good year this year. I like them going over 10.5 wins.
Boy, he is dynamic too, isn't he, as a player? Another great take from young Peyton. Soup, we come over to you because you love to write articles every single week for Prize Picks. So you're always really diving in from a fantasy perspective, but also a player perspective. So you should know this team better than anybody. Your thoughts?
That's why I love Matthew Golden. They finally have that wide receiver one. Last year between Romeo Doubs, Jaden Reed, Tucker Kraft, they all were just a few targets from each other. Now Golden is going to be that guy who I think gets 120 targets, easily get 120 catches. Now they're going to have that guy for Jordan Love. I think that takes them to the next level. And even with Micah Parsons, he doesn't have to be the pass rusher because they've already got guys. They got Rashawn Gary, who had 7.5 sacks last year. So I think that'll be a better pass rush. I love the Packers this year.
So here's the question, piggybacking once again, 5 out of 6. Do the Packers make it 6 out of 7 years going to the playoffs under Matty LaFleur? Mikey P?
They do. I really respect Matt LaFleur as a head coach. You bring in a Micah Parsons, your team does get better. I think they continue to build. I do think they make the playoffs.
I like them to make the playoffs as well, but minus 200 is a little crazy. If you really like them to make the playoffs, they're plus 175 to win the NFC North, right ahead of the Lions, who are plus 185. And I think I'll take the Packers to win the division and make the playoffs. Week 1 also is going to be a great game, but it's at Lambeau. I like Green Bay starting the year out 1-0.
Yeah, I love those. Yeah, definitely the Packers. I think they could win this division, but I'll definitely take them to make the playoffs.
All right, maybe you do something that I absolutely despise. You put them in a futures parlay. A futures parlay. Can you imagine a parlay sitting in your queue for the next 4 months? And it's the Packers to make the playoffs at minus 200. By the way, a feel-good moment. I don't know if you guys saw this or not, but there was this young kid, probably 8 or 9 years old. I don't know how old he was. Lost his mind when Micah Parsons was traded to the Green Bay Packers. Favorite player. Did you see this, Peyton? Did you see this video? So Micah Parsons, they got a hold of him. He called this kid on FaceTime. And he said, my bad. It's life. It happens. But I'm going to send you a new Micah Parsons Packers jersey to wear every single day. And do you know how impressionable kids are? Like that. The kid's like, hell yeah, I'll wear it. Yeah, I'm going to love that. So he's going to go from his Cowboys fandom. It'd be like you, Mikey, going from being a Bears fan to being a Packers fan. Could you imagine that?
That would never happen. That would never happen. I would get exiled out of every family member, household, everything about my life I would be excommunicated from.
Even if Micah Parsons called you on FaceTime?
I'm not answering.
I'm curious what Bears player would it be for Mikey P to switch teams?
That's a great question.
Ooh. There is none. Because I was riding high on Justin Fields. I rode high on Mitch Trubisky. I'm wrong a lot in life, guys. We're going to all find this out together throughout the NFL season. But I'm going to die on this hill. I'm going to die on Kiss Up Mountain. And that's just what I do.
Well, I love Kiss Up Mountain. That's definitely going to be a featured merch item at some point in 2025, 2020. I love Kiss Up Mountain because I stand at the top of it. If you guys didn't know, by the way, you cannot tell me if Caleb Williams didn't get traded to the Packers, you wouldn't turn on a freaking them. You absolutely would. Absolutely. You would. All right. Coming up on the other side, you guys know what time it is. Time to look ahead to week number 4. Count them 4 of the biggest games of the week. We break them down. Are the numbers right? Are the numbers wrong? Also, fantasy still to come in about 20 minutes. This is Coach and Company, presented by Afterburn, live right here on Stadium Valley Sports Live.
easy.
Hello, mate.
Wait a minute. You guys aren't real cops, are you? Oh, damn.
When the solar flare hit, we lost our humanity. You saw what people did to the world burn. The monsters they became. If we're to rebuild, we have to hold on to every masterpiece of human achievement. Jake, you have a gift for acquiring treasures.
And what would I be hunting down this time?
Mona,
The Mona Lisa?
in all her motherfucking glory.
Guessing you're my contact. We're headed to the worst place on the planet. There's nothing there but disease and warlords. Yeah, this is definitely a bad idea.
The world is a gladiatorial arena. A worthy opponent is hard to find.
I could have taken that guy.
You're welcome.
We just flew into a war zone. Jumped out of a plane for the first time. Got attacked by a tank. And all this for a painting? I don't get it. What's going on that everybody's willing to die for?
We want our world back, Jake, from these ages of chaos.
We got work to do. I love this song. They're all over us. How many tanks does this guy have?
Oh, shit.
Motherfucking go get the motherfucking Mona Lisa and all its motherfucking glory. Fuck you! How many tanks does this guy have?
Welcome back to Coach and Company, presented by Afterburn, in theaters September 19th.
Oh, I can't wait to be in the front row on September 19th. Welcome back, everybody, to Coach and Company, presented by Afterburn, the movie. Now, we are past the bottom of the hour if you're watching us live. If you miss any of the show, of course, you can catch us on demand on our Coach and Company YouTube page. Now, while you are there, I encourage you to become an all-star. That's right, an all-star premium member. Scan the QR code. We have it on the screen right now. Why? If you're watching on Stadium, would you also become an all-star member? I'm going to tell you why. We're going to have a ton of primetime content that is exclusive to premium members throughout the week. Now, Monday Night Grind, that's for everybody. But I may just hop on a Tuesday, a random Wednesday, Thursday, whatever it might be. And we want you to be involved with that live betting as we grow the content here at BTT Studios. Also, brand new merch store is live this morning. Get your Chapel Bill merchandise. Be one of the first. We've got sweatshirts, T-shirts, cell phone cases, hats, all of it. But Chapel Bill may not be there very long after a 48-14 whitewashing last night. So be one of the first, because I've already put in my order. We want you to put your order in right now. All right, our countdown to week one of the NFL continues. I need to see my numbers guy, Raphael, because Raphael, as we look towards the big games here in week one, the biggest is on Thursday night. Full preview on Thursday of both teams and the game. But we're 48 hours away just about. What do you got for me?
48 hours meant nothing because last night I think people were just cashing out on TCU early because they jumped all over the Eagles. Last night, pretty much a solid 7.5. DraftKings and FanDuel now have 8.5 in the game. So that tells me it can either move to 9 when we're doing the Thursday show or maybe back down to 7.5. I see a 9 maybe pop it up by Thursday show. So if you like the Cowboys, wait. You can get a really, really good number by kickoff. And let's face it, the best game on Sunday has to be Lions, Packers. Oh my, Packers. The books are telling me it's 2.5 right now. If you like the Lions, wait, because they're telling me it's going to be a solid 3 by kickoff. Why? It's the 4:05 game. So all the people who bet in the morning, either cash or chasing, they will move that number to 3. So if you like the Lions, get the 3 at kickoff.
Who among us has not chased at 4:25 or 7:45 whenever Sunday Night Football? So we've all done it. We chase on Monday nights. We chase on Saturdays with the Hawaii game. By the way, Hawaii sucks. They got trounced by Arizona. Didn't have that one on my bingo card, at least in my queue. All right, Raphael, thank you as always. All right, at this time of the week, every single Tuesday, we're going to do something we like to call the look ahead, where we break down 3 to 5 of the biggest games of the week. So I got 4 names I need to see right now: Big Chuck, Peyton, Mikey, and Soupy. And gentlemen, we're going to start with the Friday game. Yes, Friday. My team, my squad, my beloved Kansas City Chiefs have to go all the way to Brazil to take on their bitter AFC West rivals. Young Peyton, you live out here. They play at SoFi. I was just texting with Gabriel Iglesias. You guys might be familiar with him. Fluffy. He's going to be playing SoFi next March. I'll be there front and center. But for the here and the now, the Chargers are the main squad with the Rams there. Here are the numbers. 8:20 start time, Peyton, in Brazil. Hopefully they've gotten the field figured out, because it was atrocious last year. Start us off here, Peyton. What do you think of Chiefs Chargers? Right now, Chiefs favored by 3.
Yeah, you said it. Neutral spot in Brazil. A lot of people will be wearing red because they actually know who Patrick Mahomes is out in Brazil. But I'd say maybe 4 or 5 fans will know who Justin Herbert is. This is a Chiefs home game. Give me the 3, and the Chiefs have to be excited about a healthy Isaiah Pacheco to start the year. I like him getting in the end zone in this one as well.
Mikey, the big question here is, will Taylor Swift be in attendance now that she's an engaged woman?
I'm going to say yes, but I think you said it perfectly, Coach. That field better be fixed from last year, because I do like the over here at 45.5. I like Peyton's pick of Isaiah Pacheco. But speaking of Taylor Swift, you have to mention her soon-to-be husband. I like Travis Kelce. If this is his final ride, let's see him step up week 1. YouTube, it's free. The world knows that. I like Travis Kelce to have a big opening week as well.
He's down, Soupy, around 30 to 35 pounds, so I think he's taking it very seriously that this could be his last season.
If it's his last ride, I think a lot of people are predicting that it's his last ride, and it's good that he's getting in shape. A lot of people questioned that last year, with the things that he was doing in the offseason. He wasn't in the best shape, but he did still had a pretty productive season. I'm actually going to go with the under because of the elevation in Brazil. I think by the end of the game, these guys are going to get gas. So that's why I think it's going to be a lower scoring game. And I'm going to take the Chargers +3, but I still think the Chiefs can win this game.
I did not even think about the elevation, Big Chuck.
That's why I like the over in this one. Remember last season with the Eagles and the Packers game, it flew over. I think the defenses get gassed. I see plenty of points in this one. Even though these two teams traditionally go under, I am seeing points. And go ahead and pair that together with the Chefs. Look at the team total on the Chefs. Plenty of points, but a low-scoring game would benefit the Chargers.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think the Chiefs last year, they really sputtered at times on offense. And I think this year, right out of the chute, they want to come out and show the entire world after that Super Bowl loss what they're made of. And what they're made of is whatever number 15 does for them. Game number 2. This may not be the 2 best teams, but it's going to get a lot of attention this weekend, young Peyton. I'm talking about the Steelers and Aaron Rodgers going back to New York to take on his former team now, the Jets. And Aaron Rodgers has got to be absolutely jacked up for this game on Sunday.
Yeah, I'm going under. Justin Fields against Aaron Rodgers, a guy who would come into games last year and ran for 3 yards to pick up the first down, then go sit on the sidelines against a piece of glass and Aaron Rodgers. So not many points I see in this game. I'm all over the under. There's a good thing there's 7 other games on at this time. This is going to be a snooze fest.
Mikey.
Listen, I'm going to beat the drum for the New York Jets and Justin Fields, not because they're going up against a former Packer, not because Fields is a former Bear, but because Aaron Glenn, this is the guy who gets his team to buy in. And if the Aaron Rodgers and the Steelers only have DK Metcalf to rely on, I like the weapons on New York's offense and defense more than I do in Pittsburgh.
Subi.
I do not like the way Justin Field looked in the preseason. He looked off. His throws were off. He was taking short throws. He still wasn't hitting his guys. I think it's going to be all Steelers. I'm taking them at giving 3.
Big Chuck.
I like the home dog catching the 3, especially if it stays at 3 in a lower scoring game. I think that correlates with them. You can probably even look at field goal props, team total unders. Now, high scoring game, I think that'll go in the Steelers' favor. But at this particular moment, Jets catching the 3 and the under.
A reminder that we do this on Tuesday. We do have a Sunday morning show now starting this Sunday. We'll see how the line moves in 5 days. That's the whole point for trying to beat the books. All right, game number 3. And when you lose 2 of your top coordinators in the same offseason, Aaron Glenn going east, Ben Johnson going west, now you got the Lions and the Packers. And the Lions have to figure it out, young Peyton. They've got to figure out if Dan Campbell is going to be a coach that can coach in the playoffs. But this game is really going to set the tone.
Yeah, I like the over in this one because we know the Lions will put points up, but a healthy Jordan Love as well. This is going to be fun. Both quarterbacks have so many options in the passing game. Detroit actually has a true wide receiver 1 in Amon-Ra St. Brown and 2-star running backs in this one on both sides. It's going to be a rough game for either defense. I like the over in this game, and if I had to take a team, give me the Packers on the money line at Lambeau. Jared Goff's going to have a hard time hearing plays in his helmet. I'll take the Packers to cover the 2.5.
So much star power here. Really, St. Brown got his bag as well before last season. Mikey, your thoughts? You're an NFC North guy.
I like the Lions on the money line as the dogs here. I also like the over. Don't forget Aiden Hutchinson is back, so we can talk about Micah Parsons all day long, but Aiden Hutchinson, one of the best pass rushers in the league. And I think Dan Campbell is the perfect coach in the regular season to get his guys up for a marquee matchup. So I like the Lions on the money line, and I like the over as well.
All right, we got to move it along to our final game, and that is Sunday night, Soupy. And I'm talking about the Ravens and the Bills. And we're talking about who's going to be the next Dan Marino. You can only have one Super Bowl winner every single year. Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, they're not getting any younger, and they can't figure out how to get past number 15. They've got to get past each other on Sunday night.
It's going to be who establishes the run and can get play action. I think that it's going to be the Ravens to do that because Derrick Henry, I'm going to take Derrick Henry no matter if he's 30, 40, 50. The guy is still a beast. Lamar Jackson is improving every single year in his passing. I think he can get past his Bills defense on the road. I'm going to take him to win.
Chuck, basically a pick 'em Sunday night.
And I like the home team on the pick 'em, just on the money line. And even looking at the total going under for the last 5 between these two played in Buffalo has stayed under the total. Now, if it goes over, I would like the Ravens. But at this moment, definitely like the Bills and under, and then also love the Packers on the money line.
Speaking of love, young Peyton, Josh Allen got married in the offseason, and he turned down a $15 million endorsement because he didn't like some of the messaging that the company was putting out locally in Buffalo. Who does that? Josh Allen does that. A lot of people now are big Josh Allen fans, and they want to see him win it all.
Well, I'm not. I'm a Ravens guy. I really thought Derrick Henry was the missing piece, though, of the puzzle for the Ravens. And I was all in on them going to the Super Bowl last year, but Justin Tucker stunk all of a sudden. Lamar had no one to throw to other than Zay Flowers, and they didn't do much this offseason to change that, although you do have a healthy Mark Andrews to start the year, which is a big deal. Speaking of big deals, you gave Kyle Hamilton a ton of money. I'm a big Ravens guy, but we just can't figure out the Bills, and the Ravens favored in Buffalo. If I had to sprinkle something on this, I like the Bills at home as dogs.
All right, Mikey P, bring us home.
I like the Ravens at +1. I think their defense got a lot better this year in the offseason. I know they didn't make a lot of changes, but I'm with Soupy. Who establishes the run? And if you're establishing the run, give me Derrick Henry and the Ravens all day.
Wow. Can Derrick Henry go over 2,000, by the way? There's a big subplot here, guys. I'm sure, Peyton, you've seen it, that Dan Patrick promised who were we just talking about?
Derrick Henry?
Yeah, Derrick Henry. That he would get a spot in an Adam Sandler movie if he goes over 2,000 yards. Peyton, 10 seconds. Does he get that done?
Of course he does. This is the best running back in the game. He powers through everybody. He gets 10 yards when he's tackled at the line of scrimmage.
God willing, it won't be another Happy Gilmore 2. I don't care what anybody says. Horrible. Horrible. Just got in a fight with one of my executive producers because he loved Happy Gilmore too. All right, still to come on the other side. My guys love fantasy, so we're going to do fantasy. We're going to look ahead. Players to watch for your fantasy teams this week. This is Coach and Company, presented by Afterburn on Stadium Valley Sports Live.
And hear it out, folks, has won each of its last 11 road openers. Bank it, -3.5, -108, TCU Horn Dogs, great aerial attack all the way, brother. Or frogs. There it is. The thing is a practice show.
We got to clip that. We have to clip that.
Producer, man. Producer. I'm sure they're horny too. I'm sure they're horny too. They're college kids, for God's sake. Man, that's what you can get every single Monday night from Big Tommy C. Chuck, are they horned? What was that?
What he said.
Young Peyton, let me come to you. That's your school.
That is my school. I mean, I got to rep what I got here, Coach. We're the Horn Dogs. You got to love it. I mean, God. I don't know if Dad watches the show. I don't know if he likes that.
Hey, he knows by now. You're a senior. Mikey P, you were there live. I could not contain myself. I thought that was so funny.
Yeah, I thought I was the only one who caught it at first, and I thought maybe Tommy meant it because Bill Belichick has a 24-year-old girlfriend, but we know how that went. We know how that went last night. Hey, honey, it's okay. Leave me alone. Leave me alone.
By the way, I don't even know if the over hit, Soupy. The over was 2.5 on how many times they would show the girlfriend last night.
I looked away every time because this is going to be one of those Taylor Swift sort of things where we're going to count how many times we see the girlfriend.
Yo, at least Taylor Swift had done something. She's done something. I mean, she's a legend. I mean, a 25-year-old girlfriend on the field before the game in Belichick's ear. Can't have it. Can't roll with it. Monday Night Grind starts this Monday, September 8th. We're back in 5 seconds. All right. By the way, I just got a text, I kid you not, from another thread I'm on, and it's a screenshot of Belichick and his young boo thing, and they have the final score, 48-14, and apparently that's more than their age gap, 34. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. There's going to be a lot of jokes out there, but what's not a joke is fantasy football. And those of you who play fantasy football, you know what I'm talking about. So every single Tuesday at this time, we're going to be looking ahead at fantasy players to watch. So I need Peyton, Mikey, and Soupy. And Peyton, I'm going to start with you. Give me 3 names that people at home have their fantasy ready to go, need to play. What do we got?
Yeah, my first guy is going to be Matthew Golden. We talked about him earlier. His number is 48.5 receiving yards in week 1 against Detroit. He's extremely talented, which we saw all year last year at Texas. Elite speed. He runs a 4.29 40. Strong hands. He's a great route runner. He's the sleeper pick in all your fantasy drafts this year, if you even call him a sleeper, because you look at the Packers receiving corps, it's very good, but is Jaden Reed really a number 1? He has an opportunity to earn a significant role in his rookie year, Matthew Golden. Also, I like Kyler Murray this week. Everyone needs to say it with me. We're going to be doing it all year. Fade the Saints. Fade the
Saints.
How do you not take Kyler Murray this week? His passing yards are 224.5 at -112, but I really like him to throw for 2 touchdowns at +106 this week against New Orleans. And a guy that's going to have himself a year is Emeka Egbuka. We know the Buccaneers had Mike Evans and Chris Godwin just got activated off the PUP list. Think about how much attention these guys attract. Emeka Egbuka is going to be open for long passes, third down conversions, you name it. He's going to have a great year this year. Those are my 3 guys.
Very good. All right, Mike, it's coming over to you. Your 3. And by the way, we'll be posting these on social media. So if you're not writing them down like I am, you'll still have a second chance to get those at Coach and Company. Mike, go.
Give me quarterback Jaden Daniels of the Washington Commanders for a combined over 280 passing and rushing yards at a plus 100, taking on the New York Giants. He's got Deebo Samuel this year, a happy Terry McLaurin this year. I don't know about the Commanders running back situation, so I like Jaden Daniels to do it all in week 1. And then running back Travion Henderson of the New England Patriots. I know he's a rookie. I know Ramondre Stevenson is there, but I also know Mike Vrabel has had one of the best rushing offenses whenever he's been a head coach in the NFL. So give me Travion Henderson over 40.5 rushing yards at a minus 114. And then on top of Kiss Up Mountain, I stand because the Kansas City Chiefs and tight end Travis Kelce is my week 1 play, over 50 receiving yards at a minus 107. I really like Kelce. No Rashee Rice to start the season. Remember, he's got that suspension for 6 games. If Kelce's fired up, if Kelce's on his last year, I like them to feature him early and often in week 1.
All right, Daniels, Henderson, and Kelce for Mikey. Well done. Soupy, bring us home.
Starting with Tedoroya McMillan, I think he is going to be the guy in Carolina. No Adam Thielen. Jalen Coker is on IR. I think he's potentially going to beat Brock Bowers' rookie catch record, 112. I think that's possible for McMillan. And then I'm going to go with rookie Dylan Sampson of the Browns. I think he's going to be the wide receiver or running back 1. Jerome Ford, and then Christian Junkins hasn't signed yet. I think he signs at some point in the season or even this week. But I think Sampson's going to get that run against a bad Cincinnati team, 12th allowed points to running backs last year. And Trevor Lawrence, I think this is the bounce back year for him. Brian Thomas, Travis Hunter, I think he's going to have a good year. Going against the Panthers, they allowed the 3rd most points to quarterbacks last season. Big year for Lawrence.
All right, I absolutely love it. We'll have those out on social media. We will have graphics ready for next week. I can put Producer Man over only so many times. He only has 2 hands, and he's absolutely destroying this show, this branding, this production. So we'll get to what we can get to. That's as honest as we can be. All right, we had a winning day yesterday. Let's make it 2 for 2. It's time to lock it in. All right, 10 seconds or less. 1 or 2 nuggets is all that I need. And I see a ton of green check marks on this screen. Big Chuck, start us off, sir.
MLB, Marlins, Nationals. We have 2 starting pitchers with a 5.59 ERA and 5.11. I got a doubler, first 5 over 5, and then the over 8.5 in DC tonight.
I love a doubler from Big Chuck in the Dirty Dirty. Raphael, go.
We're going to take the Dodgers team total over 4.5. They're averaging 4.6 runs per game. And why not? Last year, they averaged 5.4 runs per game when Curtin Clayshaw was on the mound. And then, hey, ladies, we're bringing it back. We're going to break the losing streak when I say it. We're going to take the Mercury first half -3. This number is going crazy. It's 7.5. We could see it 8 on the game. Take the first half. More value.
God, we really got to work on that, Raphael. All right, and we will. Soupy, go.
Garrett Crochet, 9+ strikeouts, going against the Guardians, who are 25th in strikeout rate since August 2nd. And Crochet, 9 strikeouts in 11 of 27. That's 40% of his starts this year. I love that number. Yankees, Astros, both to score 3+ runs. Max Fried, Framber Valdez, both have 5+ ERAs in recent starts. I think they struggle. Yankees and Astros hit.
All right. I love it. Astros, big night offensively last night against Peyton's Angels. Mikey P, go.
Everyone say it with me. Synergy. Garrett Crochet pitching outs over 18.5 at a +100. I like Crochet to dominate the Cleveland Guardians. And then the New York Mets first 5 -115 against the Detroit Tigers. Noah McLean on the mound. He's just been mowing down teams since he's been called up.
Oh, the Mets have been on fire. Absolutely on fire. Can we say Subway Series? Peyton, bring us home.
Dodgers, Pirates. All you need to know about the Pirates, Paul Skeens is not pitching. Dodgers on the run line, and the Red Sox on the run lines. Big, scary Gary going for a Cy Young on the mound at home. Take the Red Sox to cover.
They're another team that is absolutely on fire right now. All right, Marky Model, what is our JTS play of the day?
We're going with Indiana Fever forward Aaliyah Boston to get 7 or more rebounds, something she's done in 9 of her last 10 road games. She's averaging nearly 11 against Phoenix this season, and we're going to pair that with Baltimore Orioles Jeremiah Jackson to get at least 1 hit tonight, something he's done in 12 straight and 9 of his last 10 road starts. Put them both together, you get a plus 116, just Stat Sports Play of the Day.
You're absolutely right. We do. And if you want to be a part of what we're doing over there at JTS, scan that QR code. The first month, we're going to give you 2 for $1. That's it. Use that code NFL100 and grow with the site. That's what we are selling right now because we're growing with it as well. Now, we always, at the end of every single show, try to make you a little smarter, Raphael.
We're going to the WNBA tonight. The New York Liberty have covered only 1 game in their last 16 road games. Liberty, what are you doing? They played Golden State at Chase Center tonight.
All right, so 2 things that I'm going to do. First of all, you guys got to pause. It's all about timing. It's like, everybody say it with me. Hey, lady. Now, I don't like the 9+ strikeouts for any pitcher. I don't care who it is. I think it's a bad play. But guess what we have now? We have a brand new merch store. Producer man, throw that up real quick. And if you haven't gotten your Chapel Bill merch today, that's our first featured item. Scan that QR code. It's live right now. Here's what I'm going to do, because we have a lot of freedom with this new store. If your play hits tonight, Soupy, I'm going to give away personally Chapel Bill. I'll give away something from the merch store to a premium member, okay? To a premium member if your play does not hit, all right? That's how much I don't like it. But now somebody wins. Either you or a premium member wins. Is that fair?
I like it.
All right. Oh, look at Nonsense McGee. Balance Equalizer. Oh, thanks, gents. Great show. Thank you, Nonsense McGee. We love super stickers here at the show. Thank you. All right, gentlemen. Great job today. Great job today. Or adequate. All right. One shot. Thank you very much. It's time for you to go out into the world, for you to pay it forward and understand this is all you need right here with all the content that we push out, and understand there's only one thing left to do. And I believe you all know what that is. You got your marching orders. Let's take all of these tickets straight to the pay window for my entire company. Damn it, do I love them all. My man Mikey P, Peyton, Soupy, Big Chuck, Marky Model, Raphael, producer man, I'm simply the coach, trying to keep this train on said track. We grind for you so we can win with you. This is Coach and Company, presented by Afterburn every single day right here on Stadium at Valley Sports Live. Have a great day.